5:30 on the Monday morning, and would you believe it? Rain. I do hope it stops later in the day, because one of the highlights of sure. One of the highlights of the day will be to see Garden Railway. It'll be so much fun if it's tipping down with rain. Well, it's 8:30 this morning now, and we're just about leaving the hotel after our first class breakfast to set us up for the day. Going to head south towards Camelford, where our friends Ian and Karen live. See his model railway that he's just starting to build. And then later to see a friend of his garden railway. For people who have been watching Emerald Corner for a while, you might remember some excellent videos I made with Ian on the Bodmin and Winford Railway when it was operational a couple of years back. I think there were about 7 parts to that series. Ian was certainly a volunteer on the railway then. I expect he still is, although of course the railway, like the West Somerset, isn't running this year. Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing what new model railway Ian has produced, because he's moved away from rented accommodation to his own house now in Camelford. If time permits, we hope to perhaps have a quick look at Widemouth Bay on the way down. That's about half the journey there to Camelford. See how the weather is when we get nearer there. Just north of Bude. Luckily the rain isn't so heavy now. Oh no, we can go. Let's go Welcome.
Kilhampton.
It's a good name for a place, isn't it? Welcome.
Oh yeah.
Get a welcome in the Devonshire countryside. I'm not sure where the Cornwall border is, but we should approach that somewhere on this trip.
Bude is Cornwall.
Oh, there's Cornwall now. Just as I was
Freddie,
speaking.
welcome to Cornwall, you know, yeah. Right,
Well, it's funny, welcome to Cornwall, and yet over there's Welcome Village in Devon. Oh, well, never heard of it before. Windmills away, not windmills, wind turbines.
wind turbines.
Some more animals in the fields here, right? Not quite such rough looking countryside as we just passed through. Anyway, as long as that rain holds off a little bit.
It is a bit brighter now.
Hooray! We're obviously very high up here. All the countryside around here used to be flat. Parking here.
You can go when I come out, alright?
Kilhampton.
I shan't charge you 10pence.
Toilets here, but you're going to put money in to go in there. Can't say I've ever heard of Kilhampton before. But if you want to use the facilities, not allowed to stay longer than 12 hours. Well, we just stopped for about 5 minutes on the way at Widemouth Bay. You can see how turbulent the sea is out over here. Remember coming here as a teenager on my scooter from Plymouth. I can't hear a word with the wind on the camera here. But look at that sea. It's quite spectacular though, isn't it really? So? Yes. Yeah, I'm glad to have seen it again though. This is another view of Widemouth Bay. We've travelled along a bit.
Though, isn't it?
See that broad seascape? The sea is quite turbulent.
It's nice though, like that.
Yeah. But we're going off course now.
Display.
So far we've only been 10 minutes.
I'm going to turn around in this little sign.
Mustn't be late for later than we can help. Madeira Drive. Somewhere to different weather to Madeira. Anyway, the rain has actually stopped for the moment, I hope. But there's plenty more up there where that it's come from.
I can't remember going past the church, so.
Well,
but you might not have done.
Don't argue with you. We turn left where you said not down that way. That's the only way in. Although we could have done with about a bit of signposting over there. We certainly didn't come this way on the way down. When you start to see those no parking cones beside the road, that's the first time we saw the sea. Really, I just left there, and of course, the rain's come on heavy again.
You were lucky just at the right time.
Just on top of a brief walk down to the coast there to have a look at it.
Dead battery there.
We're about 10 miles out of Widemouth, out of Camelford now. When I started to film, there was a lovely view over to the left, but no longer. I think the rain's getting worse again. The wind turbine there, can you see it? Only just about through the mist and the rain. Another one there. The rain has disappeared into the mist. Proceeding quite slowly, really, with the width of the road. Certainly not the sort of conditions best suited to seeing an outdoor garden railway, but you never know, it might stop the time that comes. Get to that point. We're about 3 or 4 miles out of Ian's place now, Camelford. Got some detailed directions how to find his house. And I think he worked out we should have been there about half an hour ago. But accurate when you're travelling on unknown roads, especially when we had to wait nearly an hour to get our breakfast, which was irritating.
3 miles. 3 miles to Cornwall.
Right. Just coming into Camelford now. We've got step-by-step directions, so hopefully we should find Ian's house.
Yeah, good to see you. You could be in Britain's Got Talent, couldn't you? Yeah.
Why that music? Is it just that piece of music?
It's just always done it. Such a cutie, aren't you? You are such a cutie. It's party trick. It's on the front page, so I can show you that one really easily.
They do get jealous of each other, though, don't they?
We do,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's his party trick. Is his meerkat.
Oh, yeah.
You just sing us, don't you, Freddie?
Right, is that you? Come on then. Come on. Hey, who's that little dog there? I can't see a picture.
No, it's funny because if I ring my dad, my dad will call his name, and he doesn't know where it's coming from. If Molly's there, Molly's looking the screen, can see him and everything. He doesn't. She
Oh,
doesn't
there's a
do that.
lovely picture.
That's his little. That's his.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Problem is now we try and get him to do it. She'll discourage him.
She doesn't know what he's doing half the time,
No,
does she?
she doesn't.
She doesn't understand all these little things he does.
Did you see that wonderful picture of a cat on Facebook the other day? Always used to accompany her owner when she played the piano,
Alright.
but the owner died, and someone had got a recording of her owner playing the
Oh, yeah, that's right,
piano.
on the mobile phone.
Yeah, and it
So
was
they-
played to her, and she covered right up to the phone. And, oh, that's my mum. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she studies it, played it, she watches it as though she's still there she used to be on the piano watching the owner play. There was a lady or a chap, I don't know. And then it snuggles down right by the screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, it was really touching, wasn't
it
it?
was very touching. Yeah.
yeah, they say they don't ever forget them though.
So this is Ian's from Hornwall Railway. Just, I thought he was just beginning it. Instead of that, he's almost finished it all. How long have you been building this?
I started just before lockdown.
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah.
The dogs have been up on here and have derailed it.
Well, I get that sort of problems, and I don't have any dogs. They don't come off the track on their own sometimes, don't they? Right now, let's see where that one appears. Well, I do like the fact that you're looking at it from a more of a natural height.
I've lost half a train.
Oh yes, there you go. Right. Now, did I see how good your retrieval situation is?
Thankfully, it's still visible.
Oh well, just go over the back end of it and tuck it out. Yeah. And that'll appear over here in a minute.
Yeah.
Good fun, isn't it, Freddie? Good fun. What liquor was this one? I don't recognise it.
It's Duchess of Montrose.
Oh,
it's,
Gosh, that's an old name, isn't it?
yeah, old.
Was that Hornby Double had one of those?
Yeah, it's a modern one. I inherited. My dad had a model railway, which wasn't sort of the most detailed, but he didn't lack in the engines he bought. So I've only got a few of his. The Duchess being one of them.
Pannier tanks.
I got, as you know, I got masses of them. So I can run 30s Great Western. I can run 40s, 50s Great Western, and then I can run late 70s, 80s diesels.
Right, good.
But I haven't operated my diesels for so long. When I put them all on, they weren't. They're not running. These need quite a bit of work done on them.
Let's have a look at some of the detail.